Hello guys, and welcome to our monthly fanfic reading session. This month we are reading a fanfic that focuses on one of the biggest crossovers of Percy Jackson fanfic, one of the most common ones. And wouldn't you know it, that is Percy Jackson / Avengers crossover or alternate universe. This fanfiction is aptly titled Percy Jackson and the Avengers. The basic summary of the fanfiction is the giant war is over and all Percy and Annabeth want is to have a normal life, or as normal as life can be as a demigod. Fair enough. Annabeth applies for a job at Stark Industries. Percy decides to apply to be an Avenger, to put his skills to good use, and to be close to Annabeth. So far, so good. So, without further ado, let's just start reading. I'm guessing we'll see cameos by Avengers, so I'm quite excited. Oh, this one has quotations and different paragraphs. It's so easy to satisfy me. Chapter 1, Jobs. It's been 2 years since the war against Gaia, and Annabeth and I got married and moved in together. Then they're like 18, 19? A little young, but okay. We moved into a nice house. Damn, in New York, close to Long Island. Then they must be rich. A house in New York? 2 teenagers that just got married? Okay. Of course, so we can have an easy way to camp. When Annabeth applied for an internship at Stark Industries, apparently he's super famous or something. When we got the call that Annabeth had gotten the job, it was probably the happiest I had ever seen her. Well, besides, anyway, she was happy, she started crying. That is when I realized that I wanted a job. I wanted to keep Annabeth safe and be awesome at the same time, so I decided to apply to join the Avengers. That sounds good. Percy. You can be their version of Aquaman. I know what you're thinking. What happened to a peaceful life? Well, it got kind of boring. With only the occasional monster attack, life got boring. So this is my story of me joining the Avengers. Percy, don't you know, if you just convert to Christianity, monsters will stop hurting you or hunting you. That's a reference to another video. You have to check that one out. That was crazy. Percy, come on. You are going to be late for your interview and it is my first day. Annabeth yelled at me from the living room. This is also reminiscent of that one because Annabeth and Percy were just yelling and screaming every word they said. We're not going to be late, I'm coming, I said, joggling over to the living room to meet the impatient-looking Annabeth. I'm here now, let's go, I said when we got to the building, which was apparently Stark Industries. Annabeth rushed in, pulling me behind, so we got to the front desk. Please state your name and why you're here, the lady at the front desk said without even looking up from the computer. Annabeth Jackson, I am here for the internship. I like to believe that if they ever got married, Annabeth would keep her name because I'm Spanish, we keep our names. I don't like taking your husband's name. If anything, like, hyphen it, add it. But changing your surname? Percy Jackson, I am here for the interview with Tony Stark directly. Oh my god, I said. She handed us name tags and told us where to go, which was luckily the same place as Annabeth had to. That's very lucky. Hello, you two must be the Jackson. I was informed that you had arrived, said a guy with a blackish brown hair and brown eyes. Who must be Tony Stark? Okay, great entrance. Yes, I am Annabeth Jackson. I am here for the internship, Annabeth said. I knew she had almost said Annabeth Chase, since that is her maiden name. We had only gotten married 6 months ago, and I could tell that she was still getting used to being a Jackson. I am getting sidetracked, stupid ADHD. I am Percy Jackson, and I am here for the interview with the Avengers, I said. Ah, yes, you two come with me, he said, leading us to an elevator and pushed us to the bottom, and the bottom marked as 20. It's always fun to see people writing about Percy because I don't know much about ADHD, but it's clear that nobody else does either. So it's always like, almost, but not quite right though. Chapter number 2, Training. Percy's point of view. It's good for you to tell us that now, but why didn't you tell us before? Tony Stark led us through a hallway into a training room from what it looked like. This is where we will hold the interviews, Tony said, sounding bored. A training room? I asked, even though I suspected it to be here. I mean, why would Avengers have a normal interview? Yes, got a problem with that? He said, you two are going to be trained and tested here. Wait, I'm the intern secretary. Why would Annabeth be a secretary? She could be an engineer. Because everyone who works for me is in danger and needs to know the basics of how to fight, he said as in duh, in an obvious tone. If you want to back out now, I won't stop you. It is dangerous here, Tony said. I won't back out. Anyway, I already know how to fight, Annabeth said. Tony just nodded and gestured to us to follow him. He led us over to a mat, probably from fighting. Cap over here is going to teach you how to fight using hand-to-hand combat. Oh my god. He gestured over to a guy dressed like the American flag. Yay. Today you're just going to show me what you got. Don't really worry, I will go easy on ya. Who's going first? I will, and don't go easy on me. I already know how to fight, I said. He looked at me skeptically. Ready, set, go, I said, why is Percy setting like the terms for this fight? And we began fighting. American Flag tried to punch me in the gut, but I stepped easily. I pretended to go and punch him in the chest, but at the last second I changed and shipped his feet from under him. I was about to walk away when he stood up and tried to punch me again. I dodged and gave him my signature cheeky grin. Whoa, kid, how did you do that? Tony asked. 1, don't call me kid, and 2, practice. I said, then shrugged and walked away like it was nothing. Where is he walking away to? Okay then, well, your turn, Miss Jackson. Let's see what you can do. If you are anything like your brother. Ooh, oh, he's not my brother, he's my husband. That is, they do look nothing alike. Annabeth replied, sounding a little annoyed. Just then a guy that I could tell was a god from the aura he was giving off walked in. Thor just walked in the building. He looked almost bored when he saw us, and recognition struck on his face. Milady Annabeth, Percy's Jackson, it is an honor to meet you. We have heard stories of your heroism on Asgard. What do I owe the pleasure? He said, bowing. That is very out of character for Thor. Bowing to 2 kids? Tony's point of view. Wait, did Thor, the great Thor, just bow? Whoa, wait, you know these people? I asked, dumbfounded. Yes, they are heroes on Asgard, he replied. The whole team was in shock. Percy and Annabeth just looked embarrassed. Well, Thor's Norse god of the thunder, we are here for our first interview to join the Avengers, Annabeth said calmly. Thor looked like he was about to explode. Well, Mrs. Chase, Mr. Jackson, good luck. Or should I be saying good luck to you? Thor said while pointing at us. Actually, Thor, it is Miss Jackson, Annabeth said sweetly. The Thor did something very unexpected. He squealed. I am sorry for my disrespect. I am just very happy to be working with you, he said, even though they hadn't even finished the interview. They haven't even finished the interview yet, Natasha said. She's apparently in the room. Oh, I don't believe there's any need for an interview, and if you wish to continue, I wish you the best of luck to not, die, he said. Well, I believe that it is only appropriate that we welcome our new members of the team, Percy and Annabeth Jackson, Steve said. Wait, you're just gonna let them join? Clint said, looking at them skeptically. Hawkeye also joined the group chat. Thor spoke highly of them, and we already seen them fight, so I see no need to injure ourselves more. Steve said, fine, Clint grumbled. Welcome Annabeth and Percy to the Avengers, Thor said. What? Annabeth really didn't do anything. Surprise, they beat me. Natasha's point of view. Well, I still want to see what you can do, I said. I still don't trust them. They beat Steve too easily. Annabeth didn't do anything. I would like to fight against Annabeth. We have not seen her fight yet. Okay, at least Natasha has her priorities straight. Of course, weapons or no? Annabeth asked. She seemed too laid back, too relaxed and confident. No weapons first, then we'll see what you can do with weapons, I said. Go! Percy yelled and we started to fight. Why is Percy the one who's always like, 3, 2, 1, start this fight? You just got here, you have no authority, but he's always like, okay, I am the one who's going to be refereeing all the fights. I'm the one who says when we start to fight, okay? Okay. Percy yelled and we started to fight. I went to kick her in the back of the knee. At first, it seemed like it would work until just as I was about to hit her, she jumped. The force of the kick knocked me off balance, just enough for her to pick up my legs and pin me. Good fight, Annabeth said, like she hadn't just beat a highly trained assassin. How did you do that? Tony asked. I just did. Is it such a big deal? Oh my god, they're so arrogant. She asked. These people were obviously highly trained. Where they were trained, I have no idea. I have never seen someone with that fighting style before. Dude, she's the best fighter on the team, Tony practically yelled. Now let's see what you can do with weapons. Only rule no maiming or killing, I said. They both smirked. Oh my god, they're so creepy. That sounds like a familiar line, Percy snickered. She's like a female version of Chiron, only she's not half horse. What do you mean half horse? I asked, very confused. Inside joke, Annabeth said, as she pulled out a sword that looked like it was made of bone. Weird. And then Percy pulled out a pen. What are you going to do, write on her? Tony said like a snotty teenage girl. I'm pretty sure I heard Percy mutter, mortals, under his breath. Like he isn't. Why are they so confused? Thor is literally a god, so they could just put 2 and 2 together. They knew Thor, Thor knew them. Connect the dots. These skeets are very strange. I am going to need to do a background check on them. Then all of a sudden Percy uncapped the pen and it turned into a 3-foot bronze sword. Yep, definitely strange. Bring it on, wise girl, Percy said. Annabeth just rolled her eyes and charged. They were a whirl of bronze and white. No one could comprehend what was happening fast enough. Why are they fighting each other? When no one said that's what's gonna happen. This went on for about 30 minutes. You know that is very long for a sparring session. Then it stopped and Percy had his sword at Annabeth's throat. I believe I win, he said, then lowered his sword. I can't. Okay, so I'm excited to see what happens, and then it says discontinued. I'm sorry guys, but I have lost inspiration for this. You could have put that in the title. A lot of people write discontinued in parentheses, so we know. But we're never gonna know now what happens next. We're never going to meet Hulk, we're never gonna meet Wanda or Vision or any of the other Avengers. We just know that Thor and Percy and Annabeth are buddies, and that Tony and Natasha are very suspicious of them. But yeah, I guess that's it for this video. This is very disappointing. If anyone wants to continue writing this fic or like harass this author until they write more, obviously I'm just kidding, feel free to continue this fic on your own, I guess. That's kind of disappointing. I wanted to know what happens next, but sure. Please leave a like if you like this video, comment down below if you're as disappointed as I am that it had no ending. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click that bell button so you get notifications every time I post a new video. I post videos just like this every single Friday, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye!